That's good, fam. Welcome once again to my humble space, my humble home studio. My name is Cam Cuba, and this is my space BeatLab, where I share with you the behind the scene of my process. My content creation, my music production, my DJ preparation, my DJ gear. All of that stuff that I know you like as much as I do. And today's episode is going to be another conversation because there's so many things going on, so many stuff happening in the music tech industry that I'm really excited about. And if you follow my channel, you know that I'm a fan of Ableton Live, and Ableton Live has just dropped a new beta version, the 12.3, and it's just insane. I mean, it's not insane in the way that it's a groundbreaking technology, but it's an implementation that it was way due. And yeah, I'm so excited that finally we have all of these features built in Ableton Live. Although this is just for the beta version, the official release is yet to be announced, but I'm very excited. So after the intro, let's dive in. So welcome back. I have in front of me on my iPad a few of the highlights of this update. I don't gonna get too much into all the different details and stuff. You can go to the website and read it. But I can see here what is the big announcement is that the 12.3 is coming with a stem separation and more. And that's a feature that I want to make emphasis today. Although there is so many other things that are super handy, super cool, but what I'm more excited about is the stem separation. Not so many people are talking about the fact that you have a stem separation built in natively in Push 3 Standalone. I have tested already. I want to talk more about that. I'm gonna leave that towards the end of the episode today, but I want to focus more in the actual live on the computer, right? The stem separation is here, and this couldn't be more in a perfect timing. I was just about to purchase Serato Sample, which is a really good tool for all of these remixes that I'm putting together for my live performance. I like to, make my own remix, my own interpretation of the music and stuff. And as a music producer first, of course, I enjoy a lot, changing the music and reinventing the wheel, I know. And I was about to purchase Serato Sample because I thought that was just super convenient, the way it's integrated sampling and then removing part of the stem separation on the go with sampling. It's an extra expense. I mean, I've been investing quite a lot in terms of my DJ setup, and I didn't want to keep buying software and things like that. And then Ableton came with this announcement, and I was like, this is just the universe aligning for me. I'm so grateful for the blessings. So yeah, I know all the software you could do this natively, and I've been using the integration between Algorithm DJ Pro, sampling directly with any parts that I need. I've been sampling like that, so there was always a workaround that you could also use Logic, do the stem separation in Logic, and then put it back into Ableton. You could use the Isotope tool. I can remember the name. It's been so many other tools like that for quite a while now. I think the Isotope was one of the pioneers doing the stem separation among others. But again, it's all good when you have a tool that you can find your work around that, but that's nothing compared with the fact that you can have something natively and it's just convenience. You know what I mean? Sometimes when you have to do so many other things, a single step can just throw you off and prevent you from doing the thing that you actually want to do, just because the lack of convenience, and then you ended up prioritizing something else. And anyway, but it's really cool. I mean, I tried already. The first attempt, it wasn't great. Basically the vocals had pretty much all the music, and it was pretty much like the stem separation that you will have in the first iteration of Record Box. and that was on the computer, and I was like my first attempt using Ableton Live 12.3, and it wasn't that great. And I was like, you know what? This is, yeah, it's all well and good to have something natively, but if you won't have the quality, you know what I mean? But then I tried again. I don't know I don't know if it's because it's, of course, it's beta, it's still, you know, perhaps learning or something from your use. I don't know how this uh, engine work in the background, but basically when I try again, it was completely different. It was like really, I mean, really good quality in comparison with the first attempt that the software did. The other thing that I can see here that is cool, if you use Splice, you have a Splice integration natively built in the device. Of course, you still need to add your subscription to Splice and blah, blah, blah. I personally use Loop Cloud. I don't know why. I thought that was convenient. I really like the sounds over there. I don't know. I'm using Loop Cloud at the moment when I need something. So yeah. Also, you can bounce groups and paste bounced audio. This is a really cool feature. So now you can actually copy any MIDI information, and then when you say paste in an audio trap, it will actually bounce the audio and paste it. This is like super convenient workflow. You have this new device, or this updated device, which was the Autopan, but now you can use it /tremolo, and you have a few more features that wasn't before. It's really cool. It's really cool. Lots of new things, and you also have, like I mentioned, all the big news, at least for me, apart from stem separation, is the integration of stem separation natively in Push. Although, again, I want to spend a few more minutes talking about that, because my experience was way too slow. When you press convert into stem, you stay forever. In my test, it took about almost 7 minutes for a conversion. It was a full track. I was separating a full track, 5 minutes of record. And apart from that, it was also the fact that it's not like the latest chip inside this device. So I don't know if in the future, I hope that in the future, Ableton will give you the option to upgrade the chip. I don't know if that's even possible. I think it could be possible, because basically if you had a controller version, you can buy the whole, you know, chip with the battery and all of that. So I think that should be possible for you to upgrade the chip inside. So hopefully with all of this STEM implementation, they are also planning to give you the option to buy the upgraded version of the hardware inside, so you can have a more responsive CPU to handle all of this new processing power, right? You have other things like the X, Y, and Z layout, but the highlight for me is now you are able to use class compliant audio interfaces. I was so upset when I bought Push, and I realized that the only way for me to attach an external audio interface to have more input, or especially output, was by buying an audio interface that was a data, I can't remember the name of that connector, but basically it's this connector that has this light, and I'm gonna put it somewhere here, I can't remember the name. And now with this beta version, you can, via USB, it has to be USB, no USB-C, that it will work with the USB-C port. I already tried, but with the USB you can connect any audio interface that is class compliant. And I tested, which is really cool, with the Reloop, and it worked phenomenal. So I could route the sound to the individual tracks only with one USB cable. It's just fantastic, because that's exactly what I wanted to do from the very beginning, like create some sets on Ableton and then be able to play it and have all my groups here, instead of having to map the mixer to a controller like this. That still I'm using all the processing power inside the Push, because this is just a MIDI controller. But now with this, I can control I can have a control over the tracks analogically via that USB cable, and I have access to all the effects. The filter is natively the filter of this mixer, which is really cool, where I can control the resonance and all of that. So I have access to all the features that I was used to. And I'm rethinking if I still want to sell this one, because now that this is possible, it's opening all sorts of possibility for me. So I couldn't be more excited. I couldn't be more excited. Yeah, it's really good mixer, and now I'm so happy that it's class compliant, and I'm so happy that I haven't sold it yet. On the next episode, I want to actually do the comparison between Ableton stems and Serato sample, to see what do you think, right? If you have tried that combination already, if you have tested, just let me know in the comment section below. I like to share things that I use, because this channel is all about my experience and sharing something from real life experiences. If you can learn something from my experience, that's great, and if we can learn from each other, that's even better. So please feel free to leave your comment in the comment section below if you have experience already Ableton Live 12.3, or if you have any question or anything that you want to ask. Thank you so much for the new subscriber. To the new subscribers, welcome to the family. I'm doing my best to keep the consistency and posting at least once a week, but sometimes get difficult because of work and things like that. Although the summer is over and we are almost back to the fall season and autumn, and yeah, it's quite rainy, not much going on. I have a few gigs still on the corner, but it's the intensity of gigs and stuff now are gonna chief down slightly, and it's a perfect time for production and to getting stuff ready for next year. So I will try to document all of this process as well. So if you want to see more about this behind the scenes, feel free to like and subscribe. Yeah, I hope you're okay wherever you are. See you on the next one. Ideo Boche.
Orun Kingdom Music.